Long before history was written, before memory had words, humans already existed. They did not know who they were. They did not know where they came from, but they knew one thing. They had to survive. The world they lived in was not kind. The sun burned their skin during the day. The cold attacked their bones at night. Rain flooded their shelters. Wind erased their tracks. Early humans lived without homes, without borders, without leaders. They moved with the land. They followed food. They followed safety. Every morning began with uncertainty. They never knew if the day would end peacefully, or if it would be their last. Hunger was their constant companion. Food was not guaranteed. Some days they ate. Some days they only searched. They learned the land by walking it. They memorized rivers. They remembered hills. They understood where animals passed, where danger waited. Their bodies slowly changed. Legs grew stronger for long journeys. Hands became skilled for holding and shaping. Eyes learned to notice movement in silence. There were no schools, no teachers, only experience. Mistakes were deadly. Success meant life. Early humans lived in small groups, not because they wanted company, but because alone meant death. In groups, they shared warmth. They shared protection. They shared knowledge. If one discovered a new fruit, others learned. If one escaped a predator, others remembered. This was the first form of education. Not written, not spoken clearly, but shown through action. They communicated with sounds, with gestures, with expressions, fear, joy, anger, warning. Slowly, these sounds became meaningful, not full language, but the beginning of understanding. Fire changed everything. At first, fire was fear. It destroyed forests. It killed animals. It burned skin. But one day, humans did not run from it. They watched it. They learned fire could protect. Fire could warm. Fire could cook. Cooked food made bodies stronger, brains sharper, lives longer. Night was no longer endless darkness. Fire pushed shadows away. Stories were born around flames, not stories with words, but movements, sounds, rhythms. This is where culture began. They painted on cave walls, not for beauty, but for memory. Animals' hunts, handprints, symbols of survival. These caves were the first records, the first history books. Early humans respected nature, not because of belief, but because nature controlled everything. If animals disappeared, humans followed. If land dried, humans moved. They did not dominate the world. They belonged to it. Death was common, but not meaningless. When someone died, the group felt loss. They remembered, they stayed quiet. This was the beginning of emotion, of connection, of humanity. Over thousands of years, humans spread across lands, across climates, across dangers. They adapted. They evolved. They endured without kings, without cities, without technology, only courage, only learning, only unity. Everything we are today, every city, every invention, every word,